Hey guys, it's me again. I'm here today to do my what I read in April. Again, this is being done really late, but basically life has been a little bit hectic, but hopefully you'll forgive me and just be excited that you're getting one now. Yeah, I know, you're truly excited. So the first book I read this month was called Sleuth on Skates by Clementine Beauvais. Something like that. And basically I loved it. It's a little middle grade story with a crime sort of feel to it, and the main character is really fun and exciting, and I just really enjoyed it. It was a nice easy read, and it was so good that I got the next two books in the series straight away because I had to continue the series because it's just really good. I also gave my copy of the book away to borrow for someone because I wanted them to read it because it is just that good. So if you haven't yet read Sleuth on Skates, it's a really small book. I would definitely recommend it because it is awesome. Yeah. The second book I read in April was The Forever Song by Julia Kagara, and oh my god! It was the end of the trilogy. It was absolutely fantastic and amazing and brilliant and just wonderful, and oh my god, there were so many emotions. It was done so well, and it was just such a brilliant book, and yeah, just really good. I will leave my links to my review down below. Check it out, read the book, read the series. It was such a good read and a really good book, and I'm really glad that I got the chance to read it because it was just really good. The third book that I read in April was Ishmael and the Return of the Dugongs. This is the second book in the Ishmael series, and it was just as good as the first one, if not better. It was funny, it was a bit kooky and quirky, and just the narration was really good fun, and it was really just a really great read that I enjoyed reading. I'm really looking forward to the third one. If you don't know about this series, it's basically about a boy called Ishmael who is growing up in Australia and is a little bit odd, and he is a bit kooky, not kooky, he's a bit klutzy, and bad things just generally tend to happen around him, and basically he's this fun character and he's really easy to read about, and yeah, so definitely read that series if you haven't already. The fourth book that I read in April was Glaze by Kim Cameron. Seriously guys, this book was brilliant. It's about social media in the future, and it's proper scary, proper realistic, something that you can actually imagine happening, and I just really enjoyed it. The fifth book that I read in April was Vicious by V.E. Schwab. This book was one that really blew me away. I loved it so much that I actually went out and bought my own copy. I was borrowing a friend's, and it was just so good. Written really well, and just the whole idea of the superheroes and the story and the way it was written and it was just really good. Again, a link down below to my review of this. It was a buddy review with my friend Caroline, and yeah, basically just epicness. And if you haven't read it yet, it's a standalone. It's really good, and you just need to pick it up and read it. Yes, you do. The sixth book that I read in April was The Black North by Nigel McDowell. This book again was one that actually I really enjoyed. It's a little bit different. It's not as well known as all the other books that I read this month, but it's a gothic sort of fantasy tale. It's set in a different sort of island place and it just blew me away in that it was just so compelling and so different, and the writing style was really good, and yeah, just really connected with this book and really love the ending, and cannot wait to read more from this author. I also have an interview with this author on my blog, and again I will link that down below for you to check out because it is awesome, and Nigel was really nice and lovely, and you should check out his books, this one and Tall Tales from Pitch End, which I'm really looking forward to reading. And yeah, so this one was good as well. The seventh book that I read in April was Will Grayson by John Green and David Levithan. I like this book. It was a good book. I did get connected to the characters, and it was interesting. It took me a while to get into, which is a bit unfortunate, and then once I was actually into the story, it started to get really good, and I was really really reading it and really loving it, and then it got to the end and it just ends, and it's so abrupt and a bit like, oh. But I still really loved it. Would still give it 3.5 to 4 stars. So if you haven't read it yet, you should definitely read it because it's brilliant. It's also John Green and David Levithan, who are both amazing writers. So so if you haven't read it yet, do so. I will hopefully be doing a buddy review of this one at some point with my new housemate who just walked into the room. So watch out for that at some point. The last book that I read in April was The History Keeper's Night Ship to China. This is the 3rd book in a series, and oh, it was so good. It was so good. One of my favourites that I read this month. I basically just had a good month of reads this month, which is good. And basically, this is just as good as the first two, if not better. It's full of adventure and fun and excitement and daring and cunning, and the ending was the biggest cliffhanger I've read in a long time, and now I'm like, why do I have to wait a whole another year for the next one? It's not cool. So yeah, anyway, I went to an event this month, as in May as well, and I actually got this one signed by the lovely Damien Dibben. And basically, just if you haven't started this series yet, you really should, because it's good. It's sort of very Harry Potter-esque in that it's sort of got magic in it, and then there's adventures and bad guys that they have to kill, and it just has that sort of really nice feel to the book that's really easy to read and fun to get into, and yeah, just a really good story. So if you haven't yet read these books, do so, because they are absolutely amazing. Although maybe when you get to the 3rd book, wait until there's less of a year gap between the next one, because I don't know how I'm ever going to be able to wait a year for that conclusion. But I have to, so awesome. But yeah, no, basically this book was good too. So those are all the books that I read in April. So I managed to get 8 books read, which I was really proud of, because it was a really busy month, and I was just a little bit overwhelmed with everything going on. So yeah, that was really good for me. So again, apologies for this going up so late. Just to let you know that my one for May is also going to be going up late, because I'm going to be in New York at the beginning of June, which I am super excited about. But will mean that obviously I won't be able to film what I read, because I won't have all the books with me. So that will hopefully, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, will go up the first weekend of June. If not, it'll be the first week of June for definite, because I will make sure that I film it in time. So yes, that is that. Also, because the reason I'm going to New York is for BA. I'm hoping we will also be doing a sort of, if not daily, maybe twice a week, no, every other day even, sort of wrap-ups of the event while we're there, and of New York itself. So keep an eye out on my channel for that, because yeah, hopefully it won't be just be like, it'll be us sharing our excitement for how brilliant it is and all the new things that we learn and everything, because we've never been to BEA before, so it's going to be really fun. So if you want to follow us on our journey, do keep checking back on the channel, and yeah, hopefully I will see you guys again soon. See you later, guys. Bye.